Alright, here we go. We're heading into the next game. The third game of the day. Well, third game of the round. Second game of the day. Indiana, Alabama, Indiana. But first, we'll do some highlights from the Alabama game. Some Alabama highlights from the last game. 10. First and goal. And finds the receiver and gets into the end zone. They do. Wind blowing at 6. Will they get it? Kick is up. It's good. They're gonna kick a field goal and end it here. Will it work? It's good. 13. Well, that was some highlights from the Alabama game, and now let's get into what the bracket looks like and get into the game with Indiana. Alright, this is the bracket now after the first two games that happened today and yesterday. So the winner of this game will play James Madison, as they came off with two crazy upsets against Oregon and Texas Tech. Okay, so here we go. The game has started. Alabama taking on Indiana. What will Alabama do after barely beating Oklahoma? Will Indiana steamroll them, or will Alabama put up a fight? It's already Mendoza's going up, and Indiana is already making it to midfield as they're at their own 48. Gonna hand it off, he's gonna get around, and he's gonna continue to move past the 45 and into the 43 of Alabama. Hands it off again, gets around him, hurdles, and we'll get to the 30. Fast-paced offense so far for Indiana, and that's going to be an interception. Went maybe a little bit too fast and just couldn't get there. Ultimately, it was a 50-50 ball, and Alabama came down with that. Only 3 yards though. 2nd and 7 for Oklahoma. Simpson finds his target open, and that's going to get them down to midfield at the 48. Hands it off. And only getting 2, and they'll be down at the 46. Hands it off again. And this time he'll get more than 2. And he'll get a first down. He'll get 10. Okay. Waiting, and gets sacked. Hands it off, and gets only 4. Stiff arm, still going, past the 25, past the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and Oklahoma will take the lead. Alabama will take the lead after the interception, as they're able to capitalize off it and get a pick, and get a touchdown. Extra point is good. 7-0 Alabama. Alabama will kick off. Bing gets around. He gets 19. Throwing deep and finds his target. Mendoza gets open. Finds his target and will almost get in, as that was 1 yard short. Mendoza throws it up, hit as he throws, and is able to get a nice throw to his wide open receiver, who is honestly could have gone all the way there, but because of that tackle, gonna hand it off, and he's not gonna get a first down. He's not gonna get in the end zone. 2nd and goal from like the half-yard line, and he'll get in, and that'll be a touchdown for Indiana, and Indiana will tie this up with an extra point. And it is good. 7-7. 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. How will Alabama respond? around and we'll only get to 19. 12 seconds. Hands off. And that's a 3-yard run. 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And he dropped it, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Second quarter begins. Looking. Gonna go around. Gonna continue to go around. Simpson slides for 6. 2:46. And they'll just punt. And Indiana will get the ball. So they're able to stop Alabama for one drive. We'll see if Indiana's able to score. There goes Mendoza. He's not going to throw that after his interception. He already has thrown 6 yards. Okay. And only gets 1 yard. 4th down. 4th and inches. They're going to go for it. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to get it, it looks like. Forward progress. He got it. And that's a catch. And stiff arm. And gets almost around everyone. 21-yard catch and run for Indiana, as they're now in Alabama's side of the field. And that'll be another first down. They're now inside the 40 at the 37. Gonna hand it off. Gets around them all. And gets 6. 2nd and 4. Hands it off again. Only gets 2. 3rd and 2. Looking. And that is a catch. And he'll get around them all. And that'll be a he's gonna showboat before he goes into the end zone. And Indiana will take the lead with that touchdown as he gets around. Is able to outrun, is able to overpower everyone, hurdling everyone. Extra point is good. 14-7, 1:23 left to go in the first half. Here we go. Looking. And that's 17. Not a lot of gains on the... Not a lot of kick returns. Not very good ones. Looking. Airs it out. Gets the catch. I thought it was a pick for a minute. He's able to catch it, and that's going to be a 50-yard catch and run for Ty Simpson. Massive throw. Somehow able to get it to his defender and not the Indiana receiver. Not the Indiana corner or safety. And that's the running back who almost would have broken free for a touchdown, but wasn't able to get through. Wasn't able to take care of all of them, and that will get him nowhere. 3rd and 1. 18 seconds left. Alabama going for the end zone. Looking. Touchdown. And Alabama will tie it up heading into halftime with 12 seconds left, unless Indiana can get like a kick return or get a long bomb. This is probably going to be the last score of the half. 14-14. King. Indiana will call a touchback. They're going to hand it off. Still going. Looking. Throwing. Intercepted. Well, that's how it ends, and that's now Mendoza's 2nd interception of the game, as nothing is going to happen with that pick. Alright, so this is halftime. Close game, 14-14, Alabama just tied it up. But, yeah, there were some other games that have happened in this round. So, we'll take you to some highlights of those games now. Throws the ball, and that's a touchdown, and that's what Miami could not do, is now Ohio State has the ball thrown at Miami 25, and he's already gone, and that's a touchdown. It is Miami has built a drive here. little bit, and that's a good play by the running back. There he goes, past the 10, 5, touchdown. And Miami, it's first down, Ohio State. Looking, and nice catch again. Another first down, past the 45, past the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. He's going to showboat a little bit, and now a touchdown. Going to want to keep Ohio State off the field and potentially win this game. They also need to cause some turnovers. And there goes the running back past the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And going to kick a field goal. Wind's blowing it too in the direction of the post, and that will help just as many as mistakes as he's made. And it's going to work as Miami is going to get the lead. Now, in 13, looking, and that is almost a pick into a and finds the receiver for a protection. Yeah, tackle. Got the 14, hands it off. Gonna continue to go down. Makes everyone miss. Stiff arms and touchdown, just like that. Hit Texas Tech. Just 1 yard to go, and he's got it. Touchdown, Texas Tech. They're fine. 3rd and 10. Looking, gets around him, past the 10, past the 5, touchdown, and just like that, it is team. This is the 12th team. This is the worst team in the bracket, and Texas Tech. This is the worst team in the bracket, and James Madison has come out and beat Oregon, and they're now beating Texas Tech by now 3 touchdowns. What else can Texas Tech do in this drive? Looking for someone, and anyone who's open, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas gets the first down. They're up to 25. Looking, deep throw, caught, and he's going to get it and showboat a little bit. Touchdown, Texas Techer. They're looking right into coverage. He's going to take off, and he's not going to get it. Time's up, and that's game. A big that was a crazy game, and now the #1 team in the country just lost to number 9 Alabama. So, wow. Anyway, that was a crazy game. Let's go to the bracket and see what it looks like now. Alright, this is the bracket now. Alabama is going to be playing James Madison. And the winner of the Mississippi-Georgia game will play Ohio State.